I mean, there's so many ways that athletes are beating drug tests. Even the Olympic level drug tests are being beaten. So, I got another call here. Hold on. We have a special call coming in. Hold on, Rose.
Special call.
Yeah, hold on. Hello, it's Inside BJJ Podcast.
Yeah, I listen to this podcast, and I hear a lot of stuff. I think you know who this is. You want to have it.
Hold on a second. Let me Rose, are you there?
Yeah, I'm right here. What happened?
Somebody called in. Who's this?
This Renato Laranja.
Oh,
I bet you're surprised I even waste my time to listen to a show like this. Have you heard Gracie come there? But I'm here that because I'm always interested. Everything comes from Jiu-Jitsu, if they have a different tournament, everything like that. And I that she said, I don't want you to think that she speaks for all Brazilian people.
So you don't agree with you don't agree with her opinion?
To be honest, I don't agree with a lot of stuff that she says.
Like what?
She can't have. I mean, for instance, you're gonna test the people for they're gonna take bomba to get strong.
What's bomba?
To be able to fight. That's a steroid.
Oh, okay.
That's it to enhance your performance.
But are you afraid, Renato? You're gonna go out of business?
I'm natural. In fact, I'm the one who's bring natural fruits and vegetables from the. So don't try to put that for me because that's a different thing.
Yeah, but I hear you can get it if they need it.
No, I don't know about that. But if you can have it. You're gonna test adult, but you're not gonna put kids. Then you're gonna have some kid gonna bring something for the adult. He's gonna sneak that and he's gonna give to the guy. He's gonna have some bomba. So your system is backward. And then you say that I'm gonna test for that, but I'm not gonna test for weed. I'm gonna put for heifer. And that should be prejudice against. If you're gonna have the whole drugs, you're gonna test every drug.
Okay, how many tournaments do you run, buddy?
How many tournaments I've had?
Yeah, how many?
You asked me how many I've been. How many times I compete?
No, I asked you how many tournaments do you own?
I don't own any tournament because I don't have the chance for that. I don't have a chance. I'm busy doing. I'm the kind of guy you hire to come to make people come to your tournament. I don't have to have that. I'm too big. I'm on to bigger and better things.
Okay, how about this? How about you come? Aren't you a black belt? 27-time world champion, Renato. So why don't you come compete in my tournament? No rules for black belts. Why don't you come compete in my tournament?
No rules. God, you have. That's because you don't have some rules, and that's not a jiu-jitsu tournament. Because you have some. You're going around leg locks. You have that heel hooks. That's not jiu-jitsu. We don't work for that.
I forgot. The Brazilians are the best at the submissions for the waist up. Anything on the waist down, you want nothing to do with it. Okay,
I bet you'll be surprised, Harvey, when to take it off my belt and to see what I work with from the waist down. So
whoa!
But if you want to talk about that, but don't train for that. I'm from Brazil. I don't come from Armenia. I'm not Armenian.
Listen, my girlfriend Marina told me about you. You two-pump chump. Let's talk about the jiu-jitsu shit now.
That's because she wasn't worth more than two. I wasn't done with her. I'm on to the next. And now I'm talk about. I don't think you talk about to do some Armenian catch wrestling. That's where they play footsie. I don't want to grab some man's feet. In some culture, it's considered disrespect to even touch somebody with your feet. I'm not. That's not in the business. Who am I? I'm not Dr. Scholl. And why Horse, if I can't speak, you've been speaking a long time. Why you don't just have some, I'm going to add now karate chop. I'm going to put a guy to do a clothesline for the guy. Oh, now I'm going to do that. I'm going to put Sergeant Slaughter. That's not WCW. I'm not a Hick Flair. I'm not a Havishing Hick Hood.
Oh, Tim, is this a surprise co-host or what?
No, he just called in. He's been
listening in.
Been listening in, and he wanted to talk to you about your tournament. He's been pretty active in the jiu-jitsu community, and he's got some strong opinions about.
We have to say, if there's an authority on Brazilian jiu-jitsu, it's Master Renato.
So
finally somebody's gonna have some respect. It's like I call and I think that it's like I'm a Joe Blow, like I'm a nobody. Like
yeah,
I don't.
You said it yourself, Joe Blow.
I don't. And another thing, you're gonna have a pound allowance. You're gonna allow a pound. Why are you gonna have that? If the guys was eat a diet consists of, you should know better than anybody. If you have a diet. It's a Gracie diet. You're going to have some more fruits and vegetables. You're going to be lean. You're not going to need a pound.
Okay, listen. Let me run my tournament the way I want to run the tournament. Okay,
You're free to do whatever you want. I'm free not to come, and I'm free to. That's not jiu-jitsu, and you can do that. You can have that.
Okay. Well, go compete at the BJJ. Go sharpen your advantage skills, buddy. Go get on it.
Hey, I'm gonna do what I've been doing because you try to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to do that. And just for your information, Holt, there has been a jiu-jitsu long before you, and there's gonna be jiu-jitsu when you long been gone. And I don't know why all of a sudden the fascination every woman has. I'm gonna do jiu-jitsu. It's like, why you don't just do what you've been doing? You better to cook, and you better to do stuff like that, and to look.
No,
you can look pretty, and you can be sexy.
I should go to the kitchen right now. Did you just say that?
He also said you were
I
pretty.
am not say because I'm not your husband. You have a husband. I don't know how he deals to having some wife gonna talk so much like that, but he somehow finds the way because he's a good fight. So he's strong. He has a strong mind. Maybe that's why he can deal with that. He has a thick skin. But for me, I don't like that. And that's to lose your feminine side.
Let me jump in real quick here.
Please.
Just real quick.
Please, because I feel like I'm alone. I'm the only man having some sense.
Well, let me just ask you a question, because one of the things Rose said earlier in the conversation is that she received a tremendous amount of support from Eddie Bravo, and it's been widely reported, online that the 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu students did very well at the Gracie Nationals, and I know you have somewhat of...
That's wow. I wonder why. Because Eddie Bravo is a fake black belt. That school is fake. They do all kind of moves. It's like a circus class. It's like they do break dance. That's not heel jiu-jitsu. Everybody knows that that's a fake, and everybody knows that he was a cheat to win that fight with Hoyler. That's a fact. That's a document. And of course they're gonna do good because it's like Edge Bravo is like that guy. He's a Chris Angel. He has a lot of tricks, and he can make it to look he's doing something, but he not do nothing.
How can you argue, though, with his students' success at the tournaments? I mean, how can you say they're tricks if they are winning? Are you saying that this is not a jiu-jitsu tournament?
I can make up a lot of names, and I can have a crackhead control. I can do some things like that, and it's cute. Everybody likes the names. But if you look that, it's not jiu-jitsu. I can make up some stuff that looks like yoga and do that too. I'm gonna win the whole division, everything.
So, I mean, Rose, would you have a response for that in terms of 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu students did do pretty well at the tournament, and here he's saying that, this is not real jiu-jitsu and that they're clowns and circus It's a circus act,
I
basically.
I had a hard time understanding what he was saying. Sorry, I couldn't understand anything. His accent is just.
That's cute. That's cute. You have more time here to refine your accent. I don't have that same time. Give me some time, host, because I may sound better than before, and you know that I've been working for that.
You can't even sound my name right. It sounded like you're calling me a bad name. What the heck are you talking about?
I have some disrespect, but that's the kids these days. They act like that. That's the problem you have. You get too much leeway.
Listen, I would love to have you at my tournament competing with the black belts. No rules at all. You're a black belt. You should know how to defend a heel hook. You should know how to defend a leg lock. You should know these things. You're a black belt. You should know everything. There should be no restrictions. If you're a brown belt, I'll give you some restrictions.
No, but I don't know anything because you know everything. I mean, how I'm going to know something because, obviously, you know everything in the world. So you know things too much. Yeah,
I do.
You try with your tournament, you try to reinvent the wheel. You try to be the first woman on the moon. But I'm going to tell you why there hasn't been any women on the moon before. Because it don't need to be clean yet.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Listen, Renato, I understand that. I'm going to just clean house in here. I'm going to clean the performance-enhancing drugs. I'm going to clean jiu-jitsu. I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm going to clean points out. I'm here to clean house. That's a perfect example. I'm going to use that from now on. I'm here to clean house.
That's good. And the first place you should clean is your 10th planet because that guy's in Smoke Serpent, Edge Bravo, have you mind in a fog. Because he has you and your husband is addicted for heifer. And that's obvious for me to see that. Gracie. And anybody who don't see that is a joke for themselves. That's a kid themselves.
Translation, Tim?
Basically.
I believe he's...
And guess what? You can, Jim, I feel sorry for you. You're going to have to continue for this whole thing without my service. I give my opinion, and I do the best that I can. I
hope to see you at the tournament this year, okay, at the World. Let's see.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you want to see me. I'm sure you want to see me. I'm sure you want to see me.
Well.
And I'm sure your husband not going to want to know that you was interested to see me from the waist down. But he's going to hear. He's going to hear from. He's going to hear from this. He's going to hear because a lot of people going to listen to this show. And I'm gonna go. I'm now have to feed my body and have to feed my mind and take some fresh air because I'm sick from this. I'm gonna say goodbye for you. I bet you do. That's for you. Abrazo.
All right, Renato. Thanks. Wow.
That was rough.
Wow, Rose. That's some strong words from. Mundial champion. I mean,